just for reference, these feel significantly better than JWKs. These sound significantly better than JWKs. And these are significantly cheaper than JWKs. Again, I can't tell you what they're like until after I actually use them in a keyboard. But from like initial impression, they're pretty fucking good for 34 cents. Can you get those on AliExpress? Probably, but you should get it on Taobao. It is significantly cheaper. You can do exclamation budget for the big old spreadsheet for all the Taobao shit. They should be in there. All right, so those are the SP stars, but we're not here for the SP stars, okay? We're not here for the SP stars. We're gonna do a nice build with these relatively soon. What are they? They are SP star grays. And that is the last we will see of them this stream. All right, next up we've got this, which I assume are my Gateron clears. Simon, why did you buy Gateron clears? Oh no, they're too light. Oh my god. I bought Gateron clears and Gateron reds because I wanted to get two different types of linear switches that would have been produced at different times to essentially guarantee that I get different batches. So if I have a bad batch for one of the switch types, I'm not gonna land on the same exact bad batch for the other one. And also I spring swap everything. Oh, there's just a random one just right there. Oh, look, it's a bag that literally says Gateron on it. That's how you know. That's how you know it's legit. Know you bought GatRed for gaming? Yes, exposed. All right, so our goal for today is to cherry pick these and then to cherry pick all of the reds that are in here. They come in Ziplocs. Where did you buy them? I got these from Taobao. There is a sheet that you can do the command for and it'll show you, do I spring swap yourself? Yes. See, I buy Gateron clears. You know why I buy Gateron clears? I'll show you why. This is why. This is why. This is why. This is why I buy Gateron clears. Because I can put whatever weight I want. Got springs? Yeah, I got 9,000 springs, bro. And they're like super nice springs as well. Spring Mafia noises, yes. Alright, our goal is to cherry pick now. We're gonna cherry pick. Cherry picking is very simple, okay? Step one is to know what a good switch feels like. Now, for a lot of people, you may have not had the opportunity, but you will eventually. And once you know what a good switch feels like, you're pretty much good to go. So, it's gonna be a relatively quick process where I try and sort out switches that are unusable. Okay, so the plan is I pick up a switch, I test it. If it feels wonky, if it sounds weird, if it feels way scratchier than it should be, then I put it aside. Now, why should I cherry pick, Simon? What's the point of cherry picking? What do you do with the unusable ones? The responsible thing to do is to throw them away and not to give them to other people. So I cherry pick because I buy these for 15 cents each. They are so goddamn cheap that it doesn't matter. I can have two bad switches for each one good switch, and it will still be cheaper than JWK, and it'll sound better. Obviously, it creates more waste, which is kind of, you know, shitty. How many passes do you do when you cherry pick? I will do one large pass now, but I will do passes when I build. Don't throw them away, use them to make bad switches. That is the big brain strategy right there. All right, let's start with a baseline. Now, in order to get a baseline, I'm actually gonna touch none of these. I'm going to grab a Gateron yellow that I know is good. Would you sell the milk? Yeah, I mean, I would reuse the milky tops in other things. Gats are bad recently. Again, switch batch variants. Aha. Actually, I'm kind of gonna be a dick about it, and I'm gonna use a tangerine for reference. This is a Gateron tangerine, one of the best, or in my opinion, the best Gateron recolor that was ever made. Okay, so I'm literally gonna use this as my control switch. So like the bar is set very high. Obviously, I'm gonna allow these to be slightly worse than this, not by much, but slightly worse. Okay, so this is beautifully smooth. Always bragging about his Tangies, yes. Okay, so let's line these up in the center. Good goes to the good side, bad goes to the dark side, okay? Let me move this macro cam out of the way. All right, let's start from the top. This one feels bad. This one is a hard sell. I'll come back to it. This one has a bent pin. All right. Okay, this feels good. It sounds kind of bad, but it feels good. That's important. This one feels good. All right, let's keep refreshing our memory with a verified good switch. That's a bad one. Obviously, I will go through the bad ones and the good ones again. That's definitely a good one. So the ones that at this point I'm considering bad are just really scratchy. That's bad. If your fingers, or if you have what I like to call, the technical term is dumb fingers. If you have dumb fingers, you can still cherry pick. Like if you don't know what smooth feels like, you can do it by ear. So you get a relatively smooth switch and you listen to it and you hear that amount of scratch. And if you hear any more scratch and another switch, then you know it's not as good, for example. What percent over the needed board should you cherry pick? It depends on what you're buying. If you're buying, it depends batch by batch. Some people will do an extra 30%, some people will do an extra 50%, some people will do an extra 100%. So for someone new, baseline is set per own feel and sound between each individual switch. Yeah, but in general, you want to have. Do you always double check your cherry picked switches? Yes, definitely. But you want to have a constant. You want to have a switch that you know is good to consistently compare. It's very important. What about having dumb hand and dumb ear? Then you get a friend to help you out, man. There's plenty of people in the hobby that are willing to help out. Ooh, this one actually feels really good. Nope. Nope. A lot of these I can just identify by their sound. No. So like, is the Gat Tangerine stock? It's actually lubed. But like, that's how high of a bar I'm setting. What would be best is if I grabbed like what I know is a really, really smooth stock Gateron, but I just couldn't find one digging in my box. Wait, never mind, it was literally right there. Ah, this is also lubed anyways, so. Is it? Oh, it's not, okay. Wow, Switch is so smooth you can't even tell they're lubed. What's a good stem if someone gave you a bunch of cherry black housings? PE, HWE, whatever, the PE stems. Oh, this feels really good. It sounds kind of shit, but it feels really good. Yes, UHMWPE. This batch is actually thus far pretty good. I'm 1-to-1 and I'm being really picky. Oh, that's scratchy as shit. And a lot of them I'm just like throwing aside because of sound. I humbly disagree. They are so smooth, but I don't like their bottom out sound personally. Yeah, they need a good pairing. They need a good pairing. But in my opinion, cherry housings are a good pairing. Are these milky or clear top? These are milky. And this is clear. You can pretty much tell the difference very easily. And if you want to see it in depth, so there. So clear versus milky top. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. So good. Try them in creams. Yeah, PE and cream is one of my favorites. That's what I have in my Jane CE build. Oh, this feels good. A lot of these actually feel really good. That one doesn't. Nope. Budget Nixies. Creams require extensive break-in. Yes, they do. I mean, I highly recommend you break everything in for at least 3 to 4 weeks. But creams, yeah, you got to put in at least a month. So I did 5 weeks on my PE. Sorry, on my creams. What am I talking about? Ooh, ooh. Okay, this one is hard. We'll come back to this one. So like, again, I'm gonna have to like refresh what smooth feels like, because like even smooth is not flawless, obviously. Because these are Gatorons. We're not cherry picking like Western